Welcome to my channel, and today I will give you 12 communication tips and etiquette to leave a lasting positive impression. Unang-una sa lahat, do not be late. Lalo na at work or in your business, we all have a schedule, so we have to respect other people's time. So if there is a schedule, make sure na you are on time, because what happens pag ikaw ay na-late? You come up with excuses. We have to always take responsibility of our time, and that for sure will leave a good impression dun sa tao na i-meet natin, of course. And your tools, for example, if you're conducting business, at least maipe-prepare mo yung necessary na tools para pagdating ng iyong client, ready ka na. Number 2 is listen. Kailangan natin syempre makinig at ang buong atensyon natin is nasa kausap natin. Have you ever encountered na may kausap ka at busy siya sa kanyang mobile phone? Alright, it's really annoying and nakaka-distract pag yung kausap mo is not listening to you. So that's why make sure na pag may kausap tayo, maintain natin ang eye contact and our attention dapat nasa kausap natin. There are times na pag nakikipag-usap, you will be looking down, you'll be looking up, you'll be thinking. That's okay. But as long as mas matagal yung oras na ikaw ay nakatingin sa mata ng iyong mga kausap, it really makes the person feel na buong atensyon nasa kanya, at it also gains trust. Yun namang posture, it really gives a clear idea about your confidence. So when you're talking to someone, a technique is if you lean forward like this. Pinapakita mo that you're very interested dun sa sinasabi ng kausap mo and you have full attention sa kanya. Now, another trick is if you just sit upright and be comfortable and pay attention, okay? So, avoid natin yung posture na nakaslouch or kuba, or minsan kaganyan pa, or minsan kataas pa yung paa, diba? Very comfortable, pero it's not very professional, and it doesn't leave a good impression dun sa ating kausap, diba? Very necessary na i-practice natin to give the appropriate or tugmang reaction dun sa topic or dun sa sinabi ng ating kausap. Because again, it really sends a message na nakikinig ka talaga. So for example, if someone passed away, namatay yung kanyang aso or may member ng family na namatay, don't maintain your happiness or your smile. Syempre, kailangan appropriate yung facial reaction mo, yung gestures mo dun sa sinabi niya. Okay? If it's a sad story, then don't smile. If sinabi niya na nakapagpag-graduate na ako ng aking anak, so it's a happy moment, then i-express mo na masaya ka. Congratulate the person. Yan yung mga appropriate na verbal and non-verbal expressions and reaction. For example, kausap mo, ask a question. Sagot mo lang, yes, no, maybe. Diba? So, bakit hindi mo i-elaborate yung kasagutan mo? It really gives an idea kung gaano kang hindi interesado with the conversation itself. So, definitely avoid itong mga one-word response. Isa to sa mga napaka-boring. Hindi ka makakalimutan ng kausap mo, but not really in a good way. Huwag din tayong mag-overtalk or yung sobrang daldal to the point na if 30 minutes lang yung meeting nyo, 20 minutes ikaw yung nagsasalita at 5 minutes lang yung kausap mo. So who would want to be in that kind of situation with you? I don't think meron. Make sure na you give a chance dun sa kausap mo na magsalita. Huwag yung ikaw lang yung gustong nagsasalita. Okay? Kasi, of course, gusto rin mo rin makuha yung feedback or bigyan mo siya ng chance to express yung reactions niya, yung feelings. So, I think that goes back dun sa what kind of intention you have in that meeting. Alright? So, don't send a message across na you are very selfish. Ikaw lang yung may karapatan na magsalita. Very irritating yung ganitong klaseng behavior na nagsasalita pa yung kausap niya and hindi na siya makapaghintay at kinakat short niya yung kausap niya. So if it happens, sobrang exciting ng pinag-uusapan niyo. Now, pagkasabi niya ng isang topic, nag-butt in ka na agad at nag-cut off mo siya, it's okay. As long as you acknowledge and apologize na, ay sorry na cut off kita or na cut short kita. And then continue with your casual conversation. But not to the point na anytime na may sasabihin yung kausap mo, lagi mo siyang kinakat short. Na-encounter mo na ba na after ang hi, how are you? Wala nang sunod na pinag-usapan, nakatingin lang kayo sa isa't isa. That's why dapat lagi kang may baon na conversation starters. So, for example nito is after ng hi, hello nyo, kamustahan, pwede mo siyang tanungin kung taga-saan ka sa Philippines or taga-saan ka ba dito? Pagkatapos nun, syempre, magtanungan na kayo ng mga favorite anything. For example, anong favorite mong pagkain? Anong favorite mo na sport? If nakita mo na medyo sporty yung outfit niya, that's a very good question. Or, saan kang gym nag-enroll? Or, marami pang pwedeng topics na pag-usapan. At dahil dyan, connected yung next natin na nasa list. Since we are talking about good impression, then most likely, hindi pa kayo masyadong close ng iyong kausap. That's why it's not really the time to ask personal questions. Ano ba yung mga sample ng ating personal questions? Like, religion. It's a very sensitive na topic. Okay? Pangalawa, naku, marami nag-away dahil dito. Politics. So we all have our different opinions about politics. And maybe on the first few meetings, hindi yan ang magandang pag-usapan because it can result to a debate at baka hindi na ulit kayo magkita ng kausap mo. Apart from that, some people also find it sensitive to ask about cultural background, lalo na if nasa ibang bansa, and ethnicity. Tapos, it's also very disrespectful to ask about gender. For example, first time niya magkita, bakla ka ba? Diba? It's not very polite. Let the person be the one to trust you with this information. Dapat manggaling sa kanya and it's not something that is forced on him or her. And one more thing is, wag na wag mong tatanungin ang isang babae if buntis siya because it's really nakaka-insulto na matanong ka if you're pregnant nang hindi ka naman pregnant. Kasi anong ibig sabihin nun? It just means na mukha kang buntis, di ba? So, let's not upset yung kausap natin by being insensitive and asking these questions. This one happens pag feeling mo very comfortable ka na sa kausap mo and you come to a point na you give out an unnecessary, totally unnecessary, irrelevant comment. Halimbawa, may dumaan at bigla nag-comment ka tungkol dun sa tao na yun na, ay, ang taba naman niya or liit naman masyado niya, tas yung jowa niya matangkad. So, these things really are not supposed to be discussed during a conversation with someone, except maybe if you are talking to someone very close to you and naiintindihan nyo ang isa't isa because this gives an impression na negative tungkol sa'yo, na you are body shaming or you are judgmental about the people around you. So, mas maganda you just focus on what the conversation is all about. Bakit ka nga ba napating nagko comment about other people and the surroundings. It only means you are distracted and you're not focused in the conversation. Very, very common syempre for women, which is pag may kausap tayo and maybe very interested ka na dun sa kausap mo, you end up doing something like this, which is, touching your hair too much, diba? Or playing with your hair, diba? Twirling ng hair ng ganyan, diba? Very, very high schoolish and amateurish. So, you want to conduct an impression that you are a professional and hindi ka nagfa-flirt dun sa kausap mo in that given conversation. So, just if hindi ka mapakali talaga sa buhok mo or hindi ka mapakali sa kamay mo, then hold your hand, put it here, or ilagay mo siya sa lap mo, or just put it on the table. That's it. And focus. Here is the last tip. And ako rin mismo guilty minsan. That's why I really put a conscious effort para I will not forget the name of the person I'm talking to. So I'm talking to a lot of people on a day-to-day basis in my business. And if there are times na alam kong hindi ko matatandaan yung name, for example, it's complicated name, hindi siya common, then I make sure na I write it sa aking notebook or somewhere, even in my phone if I don't have a notebook, so that if I want to acknowledge him with his name, then I can just look in my phone and masasabi ko yung kanyang correct name. It's very rude na tawagin mo yung isang tao ng incorrect name. Or if you incorrectly pronounce the name, make sure to apologize. And dapat the next time you say the name, tama na siya. Okay? So, that's it for today. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.